I am Lord Otranto of Antiva, rightfully betrothed of Lady Josephine Montilyet. Songs of your exploits have spread to my city, Inquisitor. It's humbling to make your acquaintance. It is a pity it will not last longer. Before we duel, I trust you find the weapon to your satisfaction.
Am I not allowed to pick my means of defense?
I am the wounded party in this duel. Tradition dictates that I select our weapons. Of course, if you fear you might be clumsy with such a refined instrument, there is no shame in a forfeit.
I trust you've made this a fair fight, Lord Otranto.
Upon my honor. Shall we begin?
Rapiers will do if you're out of your depth with a more substantial weapon.
Very good. Let us begin.
Absolutely.
Then let us begin. An admirable start, Inquisitor. Perhaps House Trevelyan isn't the obscure backwater I've heard it to be. I'm glad Lady Montilyet isn't here, exquisite as I've heard her appearance to be. Cutting you down in front of Josephine would have given a poor first impression of House Otranto to my bride.
Don't worry. I'll be sure to tell Josephine you fought bravely.
I admire your fearlessness, but you cannot hope.
Stop!
You won't so much as touch her.
Neither will you, Inquisitor, unless you—
Stop!
Josephine doesn't want this engagement. Call it off.
To what purpose? You can't think I'd—
Stop!
Josephine.
Lady Montilyet, what a pleasure to—
What are you doing?
If I duel Otranto to stop your betrothal, any dishonor falls on me, not your family.
I would have found a way around it.
Lord Otranto and I are settling our differences about your betrothal. Josephine, I can't take the chance that you might have to marry him.
That's not your decision. The Inquisition needs you. I need you. Yet you threw yourself into danger. Why do this? Why risk everything we've built? Why risk your life?
Because I love you.
You do?
He does?
Yes, Josephine. I love you so much.
I love you too.
I wasn't quite sure until I said it, but yes. Yes, I love you.
I love you too.
And I mean it. Every word.
I love you too.
Well fought.
Lord Otranto.
I'd assumed your liaison with the Inquisitor was an affair of passion or convenience, Lady Montilyet. But I'm not fool enough to stand in the way of true affection. The Otrantos regretfully withdraw the terms of our betrothal.
Thank you.
Do not thank me. I know when I'm outmatched.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you about arranging the duel.
Given that you're in one piece, body and dignity, I forgive you.
I can't imagine a better ending. But wouldn't you be impressed by a dueling scar?
My dearest lord, I love you precisely the way you are.
Josephine, I've never been happier in my life.
We're tempting fate with such talk. But neither have I. Just do kiss me again.
Apparently, I didn't think this through.
Apparently not. Since we can't see each other until the betrothal is annulled, we'd best end things on a more permanent basis.
If you are no longer spoken for, Lady Montilier, why abandon our engagement?
You think she'll marry you?
Yes. Will you marry me?
I'm not marrying either of you.
Well, that appears to be the end of that. A draw, then?
There's no point in fighting over something already decided. A draw. I see no reason to make an even larger fool of myself today.
This was not how I envisioned the proceedings either. At any rate, I believe the Otrantos will reconsider my engagement to Lady Josephine. Unless... do you know if she has a sister, perhaps?
I will have satisfaction, Otranto, one way or another.
Ha! Let no fight go unfinished then, Inquisitor. Well then, have at you!
I can't stop thinking about your duel in Val Royeaux. Running into the middle of the crowd, the noise, the swords flashing. I was so worried for you, but at the same time, well, it was the most exciting thing I've seen in ages.
I was worried you'd still be angry that I started the duel in the first place.
I was only worried for your safety. Your position allows for so little of it.
You do remember what this Inquisition has been doing, don't you?
Allow me to correct myself. The most exciting thing I have seen that didn't threaten to stop my heart.
If that's the case, I think you're spending too much time indoors.
It is your Inquisition that keeps me so busy. You know, when I first laid eyes on you back at Haven, I hadn't an inkling we'd become so close.
Something suggested you were special the moment I saw you.
I'm glad it did.
But you at least told yourself, my, what a stunningly handsome man.
You are too much.
I didn't either, at first.
Then it's astounding either of us realized we had feelings for each other at all. These moments seem so dear, especially given your greater calling. Sometimes I must remind myself that I'm required to share you with the rest of the world.
The world may want my time, Josephine, but you have my heart.
Then I count myself happy, beyond compare.
Hang the world. It can survive without the Inquisitor and Josephine now and then.
For now, I very much agree.
If that's the case, you really should learn to be more selfish.
I'm willing to make an attempt.